All right, Stalingrad Pocket 2. We're flip-flopping. Legend, SB2. Legend, SB2. OCS, SCS. All right, so we just finished up the November 23rd to 24th game turn. All right. And we have decided we are not going to give up the city of Stalingrad. Just not going to happen. The Führer has sent his orders, and Paulus says, okay, we're staying. We're going to stay here and fight. Let's see how long that lasts. So the Germans cut this guy off, put him out of supply, and then they attacked him and didn't do squat. It's so bad they're starting having to put artillery units into the front lines to add their one strength of defense. I think still barrage, but there's not enough troops unless I start pulling stuff out of Stalingrad, and I do not want to do that yet. I did shift the armor. I'm going to get them back over here, try to stop some of this mess. Problem is that this armor, it's so weak on the defense. Great on the offense, but weak on the defense. And then you put one of the determined attack markers on it, and they're really powerful. Actually, I had one over here on this one here, and there's a 6 underneath the bottom of that lower stack there. And they ended up being like 18, and it still didn't do anything. Because those Russian units, there's 3 of them in there. They have a defense strength of 6, even though there's 18 points in their defense, so that was 9. So that was a tough, I think it was like a 3-to-1 attack. There was not much air power. The Germans drew 2 this turn. The Russians drew 1. And that got settled in the attack where the Russians tried to break out back to supply over here. So, the Germans wanted to keep him there so they can destroy him. But you can see that didn't happen. All right, over here to the other side, we decided to, is this the southwest? I'm going to start pulling the Germans back. Maybe try to rebuild along this river line here. Got some reinforcements in, 3 infantry units, 3 infantry divisions, and a piece of artillery. Some alert battalions that I moved up here just to sort of slow the Soviets down. Got that guy back across the river, but that's as far as he got. And got this guy down. He was DG'd, so he didn't move very far. So I'll probably give up that victory location. Probably give up that one and pull back along this river here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do down here yet, but we're going to pull back along this river. I tell you what, not like you have any choice, but my God, you do not want your panzers in the front line for defense without some pluses. And unfortunately, like I said, I don't have enough units to not have them there, because if I single out the units, if I just unstack everybody, their strengths are so weak, the Soviets will just pound them. So it looks like this Soviet thrust over here is going to be, well, initially it was slowed down, but we're only 3 turns, getting ready to start the 4th turn. So, but they're going to take big gouges of land now, it looks like, unless I can keep delaying them. Don't want to pull off that river yet and let that armor across. And these guys seem to be holding pretty good. I did pull 1 unit out and shifted him over here with artillery to plug that hole. Fortunately, that Russian there, he's DG'd, so it'll slow him down, at least for the next turn anyhow. But the big Guards infantry unit there, they're not. The Russians don't have much to push in from the backside of Stalingrad. I have to wait and see, when they start getting some of these mass reinforcement stacks they got, which is not till, I don't think they get any more reinforcements now till turn 6. They're starting to push down here. I had some 3 alert units came in as reinforcements. I put them on those airfields. And then, of course, like I said, I'm shifting the armor over to try to slow some of this down, because there's not a ton of strength in here. They've got like 2 stacks in this whole front, like that armor stack right there is 5 strength units, so there's 15 strength points there. If I can bust him up, that'll slow that motion down. So, and Russians just can't get out of their own way over here. They did push this back a little bit, and I'm trying to rush German troops. These reinforcements that came on, I'm going to rush them up there. So see if we can't slow that. Because if not, I'm going to have to pull that back too. And I certainly don't want to end up setting a defense with like the eye of the needle being up here and the needle running down the river here, which is the Karpovka. I don't want to see that because there's too many victory locations over here that they would give up. All right, so that's the third turn of Stalingrad Pocket 2. The Russians are enforcing their will so far. You can see the casualty differences. Germans have taken a lot of armor. I got to check on rebuilding. I don't know if you can rebuild any of this stuff. I got to check on that. But Soviets they took one stack. And, you know, some of the units they've taken were good size. Those losses were good size units. So, all right. Well, let's see how this develops on the fourth turn. So, like I said, this is the end of the third turn for Stalingrad Pocket 2. Hey, make sure you give it a like, hit that subscribe button, hit notify, and that way you'll be alerted when I put up another one of these. All right, let's get this posted. We'll talk to y'all shortly.